So we are back with the Brand episode of the Blue Jays Specialist mode here at MLB The Show 16. But today we have a huge match between the Blue Jays and the Red Sox here in Game 5 of the ALDS at Fenway Park. Had 2 apiece. This one is going to be determining who moves on to the ALCS and who's going to sit at home and will eat chips on the couch, watching the other one hopefully succeed into the playoffs. So the series recap so far: we won Game 1, we won Game 2. Boston won Game 3, they won Game 4. Edison's going to Game 5. David Price, Madison Bumgarner, both superstar studs for both the teams. I don't know if superstar studs is even a term, but still, they're great pitchers though. Obviously, David Price, 2.45 ERA on the season, not too bad right there. But look at Bumgarner though, 0 ERA. He's played 1 game, which was that wildcard game for us, and he played dominant to move on over those Baltimore Orioles. But today, our batting lineup is not that bad though. We have Steve Cast leading us off, 263 batting average so far in the playoffs. There's Byron Buxton, 368. He's killing it so far. Donaldson's batting 200. Will Mars batting 500. Yoenis Cespedes is 300. Jamie Arias 4.17. And the rest of the players not too bad down the order. But David Price though, he's one tough cookie to crack though. In real life, I'm pretty sure he might be going for Tommy John surgery. But right now in this game, he's a lefty, 2.45 ERA on the season, not too bad right there. He's taken 1 loss so far. So even though he's played pitched well, the offense hasn't really kept up with that and allowed him to go and get that W. But Steve Cast leading us off today for the Blue Jays. Steve Cast, one of the better players on the team, but he's going to start off today with a base hit right down the middle, and finally we get some men on here to go and start off this game to hopefully win over the Red Sox, move on to the ALCS. So Steve Cast, one of the better overall players in the Blue Jays franchise right now. He batted over 300 in the regular season, so you kind of expect him to play well. But here's Buxton, though, hitting it right at Todd DeBow. DeBow, great on defense, catches that one, and that one's an out, obviously, the first out of the ball game. So Todd DeBow, one of the most talented players in the MLB. I believe he's 98 overall. His fielding is amazing, his power is amazing, his batting is amazing. Just everything about him is incredible about this guy. But look, Steve Cast is trying to take second base off a steal, and he does, as he makes it in time. They're on that mess up by the Red Sox. So now you have a runner in scoring position here for the Jays, as they can capitalize big on this one and hopefully get an early lead for David Price and the Red Sox, because you don't want to go down against the Red Sox because they're one of the teams that can just bury you in runs if they get up. But Mars hits it right at Todd DeBow. Todd DeBow collects that one, guns it to first, gets the out, and now it already had 2 outs on that play before that one, so that's going to end off the inning right there. So our offense, we got him at runner on second base to do that steal by Steve Casta, but now we're hitting back on defense the first time today, as the Red Sox lineup, it's kind of intimidating though. Look at their batting averages, all amazing, as Madison Bumgarner is going to play incredibly well if he wants to get this W. But I guess off today, the fly out right to left field, caught by one of our better fielders on the team, Jock Peterson, to get the first out of the game for the Jays. But once again, your pop fly right there in the infield, right to Bumgarner. He collects that one, gets the second out. As 2 outs here in this inning for the Red Sox, as swing and miss sends a batter right to first base, and now it's going to end off the inning for the Jays right there on defense. So we guess back-to-back decent innings for the Jays, as we start off the top of the second inning here with a base hit right down the middle, and that one's a pretty big exclamation mark there by Yoenis Cespedes, as that one is just hammered right into center field. So Jamie Arias is on as he hits it right to the second baseman. The second baseman steps on second, gets the first out, guns it first, gets the second out, and now one's going to be a double play there for the Red Sox on defense. So great play there turned by the Red Sox, as now we're basically shut down in a corner, as Jock Peterson coming on here with 2 outs and nobody on, as it's one high in the air, deep to left center field. That one's carrying, that one's back. Now it's going to be caught on the warning track by a center fielder, and that was going to end off thing right there. So far we have 2 hits, they have 0, as we're heading to the bottom of the second inning here, going back on defense, with Mad Bum taking them out once again, as Mad Bum lost his first base hit of the day. That one goes right down the middle, and they finally have a runner on here in the bottom of the second. So not the greatest so far for us, is 1 out here, 1 man on, as it hit this one high in the air, deep to left field. That one's carrying, that one's back, and that one is over the Green Monster. Home run, Red Sox, makes us win a 2-0 game here early in this ball game. So not the overall beginning you want this game to start off at, but I mean, we'll take it in strides, because still hits someone right over the Green Monster. Pretty good achievement right there, as it's pretty hard to hit that one over that big green beauty there in left field. But next batter up swings and misses on that curveball out of the zone. The second strikeout of the day for Madison Bumgarner so far against these Red Sox. So this is about 1 man on second, 2 out situation for the Red Sox. It's right past Will Myers. I don't know how Will Myers missed that one. It's going to send another man home to make it a 3-0 game here. 3-0 game early in the bottom of the second for the Red Sox. So I don't know how Will Mars missed that one. I guess he wasn't paying attention, maybe looking at the fans in the crowd. But at least next man up, get this one right to Will Mars. Will Mars makes no mistake on that one, guns into second, gets the force out at second, and ends off the painful inning for the Jays right there. So at least we end off the inning with And now it has next map for the Jays offense. It's going to be Dan the Man Murphy. It's in right left field for a base hit. So we start off this inning pretty good there. Hopefully Dan goes and sets up a run scoring inning for the Jays and makes this one competitive once again. So Dan gets on base here. Now runner on first base here. Sugar bunts right to the catcher. The catcher is going to the first, gets the out. But that moves Dan the Man up to second base in scoring position here. Hopefully set up a run in this inning. As Steve Castro, one of the better overall hitters on the team, sets up the going bat. But Steve is a right down center. It bobbles into the outfield for a base hit and more. As Dan the Man's heading to home, he's going to go and score on that slide and make this one a 3-1 game here in the top of the third. So at least score a run there, an RBI by Steve Castro. But Steve, he's running to second base here on the steal, but Steve is going to be in time this time. And once again, so it's 2 steals so far for Steve Castro on the day, as he's killing it for the Jays right now. So an RBI, stolen base in 1 inning, pretty good right there. As looks like going to go and try and take third base on the steal, but way too much confidence in that one as he gets out on that trying to steal third. Now it's shut down quickly for us. So I don't know why he tried stealing third base. It just, I don't know, you just want to take as many bases as he can, I guess, as he had too much confidence. But Buxton gets on here as he gets a base hit right in right field, as the right fielder bobbles on that one, and that's going to be an easy stand-up double for Byron Buxton. So we have a speed runner on second base here. Hopefully you can go and deliver him home, as look at that fail by the right fielder, though. How do you tumble over that? I don't know, it's almost like the same thing as Will Myers coming on, but Josh Donaldson coming on here, the runner on second, 2 outs, but Josh, it's one high in the air, right in right center field, it drops right in that gap for a base hit and more, as that man Buxton's heading home, he's easily going to score, and it's going to be an RBI single for Josh Donaldson in this inning, going to get a 3-2 game, the Jays in this ball game. So at least it's a 3-2 game here, a 1-run game for us as Will Myers comes on. This gets basically a grounder right to the second baseman and ends off right there for the Jays. So we scored 2 runs, a 3-2 game, pretty competitive right there. As you start off the next inning of the strikeout by Mad Bum, as now there's 1 out here, nobody on. But next man up is right into center field. That's going to be a base hit for the Red Sox right there. So another base hit, hopefully doesn't sit up another painful inning for the Jays right here. As a runner first here, 1 out, as he tries stealing second base, and they are successful in that one, as we're way too late on that throw. So run second here, 1 out, as next man up swings and misses on that changeup. That's Mookie Betts sitting back in the dugout, as now it's a run on second base here with 2 outs. But another base hit here right down the middle is going to force the runner to head home, and he's going to go and score as we're way too late in that throw. We're going to get a 4-2 game here for the Red Sox in this game. So a 2-run deficit once again here as they hit a base hit right to the man right down center. But Will Myers is a perfect play right there. A throw behind his back gets the force to the second end off thing right there for the Jays. So a perfect call there by Will Myers, as it's still a 4-2 game. We're heading to the top of the 4th, as we got to go and make a huge comeback here if we want to go and win this game. Only a 2-run deficit, I guess, not too big of a comeback, but still a comeback nonetheless. As a strikeout right there by Mad Bum, 1 in this inning so far for the Jays. As next man up grounds it right to Will Myers, and now it's going to end off the inning right there for the Jays. So quick inning for us, 1-2-3 for the Jays. As first man up for the Jays is going to be Dan the Man Murphy once again. It's one high in the air, deep left field. It's going to be caught by the Red Sox and left to go and end off the inning right there for the Jays. So terrible offense, but at least we start off this inning with a strikeout by Mad Bum once again, as Mad Bum playing so well, pretty well I guess so far for the Jays in this ball game. But once again, your runner on first base here, he advanced in second after that base hit right there. So 2 runners on base so far as 2 outs in this ball game. But next man up swings and misses on that four-seam fastball down the zone. That's going to end off the inning right there for the Jays. So Mad Bum escapes that situation there on with the runner on second and third there. But we're going to start off this inning with Josh Johnson coming on here, and it's a base hit right there in left field after the shortstop bobbles on that by baseball. So looks like that might have been Tonto bobbled in that one, but at least now Will Myers coming on here. It's on high in the air, right in right field. It's caught by the right fielder. Now there's 2 outs here with 1 man on first. Yoenis Cespedes coming on here. Yoenis, one of the better overall hitters in baseball. He's got the ability to go and turn this one into a tie ball game here if he gets this one out of the park.
This is what the people said they wanted from the young boy, from the guy. It's that execution. This is what the people said they wanted from the rap guy, from the guy. I'm like, oh God, oh.
It's a beautiful home run there right by Cespedes, as now it's going to be a tie ball game here, 4 apiece, as we're going to start this inning with a strikeout by Mad Bum. His 8th of the ball game so far in the bottom of the 6th, so killer game so far for Mad Bum, but he allows a single right down middle for a base hit. So now runner on first here, 1 out, as they get this one high in the air, deep left center field. That's going to be almost not even caught by Buxton, as Buxton messes up on that one. That one's heading in the outfield, and now they set up runners on third and second here with only 1 out here in this ball game. So Again, back-to-back, we had 2 errors so far in this runners in the second and third here with 1 out. We gotta do one thing, and that's gonna be an intentional walk to go and load the bases here to try and force a double player to go and off this inning with as little as pain as possible. So hopefully you can go and force the double players. Jackie Bradley Jr. coming on here, 0 for 2 so far on the day. We gotta do something with him as Jackie, it's on high here, deep left field. Now it's carrying, that one's back, and that one's gonna be off the wall in left field. That's gonna go and score 1 run. As now the runner's heading home here, as he's gonna hold up on third base. Bases loaded once again as that scores a 1 run. They make it a 5-4 game and edge for the Red Sox once again. But so they hit this one right to Steve Castro. Steve Castro collects that one, throws the second, gets the force so, but it looks like Wilmar's gonna get it off in time as that one's gonna be forced to score a run, and they still make it runners on the corners here with the only 2 outs in this ball game. As now a 6-4 gamer, an edge for the Red Sox once again, a 2-run deficit for us once again. As next batter up hits one right in the left field, caught by Jock Peterson to end off, hitting right there for the Jays. So 2 runs scored by the Red Sox. Now a 6-4 lead for them heading into the 7th inning as Fernando Salas comes out here to go and pitch for the Jays. And Fernando, not too bad right now for the Jays, as he's one of the better overall relievers in the system, as he strikes at the very first batter he sees in the bottom of the 7th to go and start off this inning right there. So 1 out here, nobody on, as they hit this one right to Steve Castro. Steve Castro on the run there, hits it right to first, gets the out. Now 2 outs in this inning right there for the Jays. So Fernando doing very well, as now a grounder right to our man Dan the Man, just runs the first taps first base, and it's gonna end off the 7th right there for the Jays. So a successful inning for the Jays on defense, but come on though, we had to go and step up here on offense if we want to go make this a game again, as Carson Smith comes on here for the Red Sox, and Steve Castro coming on here for the Jays. But Steve still right in the left field for a base hit, as he's been consistent the entire day so far, with whether it's getting on base, stealing bases, just everything in general. He's played very well so far for the Jays on this day. So you have a run on first base here, 0 outs for Buxton, as Buxton it's a right field, opposite field from Steve Castro's head. Now he's gonna go and make Steve head to third base here, as now he's hitting home here. Steve Castro hitting home, trying to make this one a 1-run game, and Steve slides right into home and scores that run to make it on a 6-5 game here, a 1-run deficit here in the 8th inning for the Jays. So Steve Castro energizes the team there now, and only a 1-run deficit here with Josh Donaldson, one of the best hitters in baseball, comes on here for the Jays.
I've been getting dirty money, Jordan Bell third. Stacking penny stocks, till I'm flipping these birds. Sipping on Ciroc, trip 'em up with the words. I done popped the Molly and I think it's be my 3rd. Jordan Bell third.
You expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing, and sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
It's an absolutely electrifying play there by Josh Donaldson, makes it win a 7-6 game here lead for the Jays in the first time in innings, as now a fly out by Will Myers makes this one 1 here in this inning for our next man up, who is Yoenis Cespedes, who hit a home run earlier in this game here to make this one, I believe, a tie ball game here at 4 pieces. Now he's coming on here trying to go and do the same thing he did a few innings ago.
Shades on. High and deep out to left center field. Best looking up. Not in the right mind, and in at the right time. And please, no photos like we at the nice guy. Got everyone asking about me like the code for the Wi-Fi. Let me remind ya.
So we're going to stroll in the bottom 8th here with a lead so far, 8-6 lead, as Pedro Baez coming on here to go and pitch for the Jays. As Baez, not that bad of a pitcher for the Jays in the system, as he's going right to Yoenis Cespedes. He actually catches that one, unlike Buxton, to get the first out of the 8th right there. As next man up swings and misses on that slider, as that's the second out of the inning right there with a strikeout by Baez. So first strikeout of the inning for Baez, as next man up swings and misses on that 4-seam fastball. That's Jackie Bradley Jr., or next to Andrew Bogart stepping down there to go and end off the 8th right there for the Jays. So into the top of the 9th inning here for the Jays, it looks like Junichi Tazawa coming on here for the Red Sox. I don't know how to say it too well, but Dan the Man, he hits one high in the air, deep left center field. That's going to be over the center fielder for a base hit and more. It's going to be easily a stand-up double for Dan the Man. So Dan the Man, a stand-up double there to head off the top of the 9th. Pretty good for us, as we already have a lead at 8-6 here with the Jays. But it looks like our man Doug Schroeder hits right down center, and Dan the Man gonna go and hold off at third base here. Runners on the corners here with only, I believe, 1 out here in the inning for the Jays. But next man up be Donaldson with 2 outs. But Donaldson is right to the looks like the second baseman here. Throws it first, gets the out, and ends off the top of the 9th right there for the Red Sox. So we're gonna head into the bottom of the 9th inning here with a 2-run lead right now, as Roberto Osuna here coming on here to go and hopefully shut down this game and move on to the LCS. So Roberto Osuna, one of the better overall closers in the MLB. I believe he won Relief of the Year a few years ago, or even last year, I believe he did. But he sits down the first man with a strikeout. Now 1 here in this inning for the Red Sox. Sox, nobody on. But next man up hits some high in the year, deep left center field. Let's get dropped right in the gap there for base hit and more, as we're trying to get him out at second, but I mean, way too fast for us, as now run on second base here, in scoring position here for the Red Sox with only one out, as Mookie Betts here, one of the best players in baseball, comes on here to go and hit for the Red Sox. Mookie basically looks at strike 3 called, as that's going to be a changeup right down Broadway almost, as that's going to be a strikeout for Osuna once again. So 2 strikeouts so far, 2 outs, and now runner for second base here with Yonder Alonso coming on here, 2 for 4 in the day so far for the Red Sox, but he delivers a base hit right there down center, and that's going to go and score 1 run right down to home, and that's going to make this one only a 1-run ball game here in the bottom of the 9th. They're trying to go and fish for some bottom of the 9th magic here to go and hopefully win this game for the Red Sox. This Red Sox offense is doing very well so far. Hopefully we don't choke, as Rusney Castillo coming on here, 1 for 3 in the day so far. He hit the 2-run home run there in the second to go and hit off the ball game, but Rusney's getting this one high in the air in shell territory. That's going to go and hopefully be an easy play for Buxton. He messes up a few times, but he clicks that one for this time, and that's going to end off the ball game as the Jays move on to the LCS here for the first time in a few years. As finally we go move on to the LCS. Hopefully we can win the LCS, move on to the World Series, and capture a second World Series title in this franchise mode. So obviously one of the best players in baseball right now is, I believe, our man Steve Casto, who basically almost single-handedly won this game for the Jays. Hopefully he's going to go and hopefully win maybe even a World Series MVP or something. But today it looks like Yoenis has been his pick by the CPU. 3 for 4 in the day so far, 2 home runs, 3 RBI. Who hit that 1 single shot home run in the 8th to go and give us the lead practically, because it's only a 1-run ball game. So I guess let's stop off here. Make sure to subscribe for more Bleacher French as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.